Do you find more fulfillment in doing the music stuff or the talent management stuff?
We love the management stuff right now. I mean, it's been a new thrill. A lot of artists that we look up to, people that started in music and made a transition into behind the scenes. That's inspiring because it was never our intent to be like straight up just artists. We were always about trying to figure out a way to build something that can make a difference, and so it is cool seeing like Dumb and when he puts out a video and the reaction, and CNN contacts us and they're like, we want to interview Dumb, or I don't know, and Yox, seeing how Yox is growing. And
building infrastructure, I think, is like something that's very important for us, definitely, because we didn't have that kind of thing when we grew up. And making sure that people, when they come over here, they know that they can have certain services, and also just collaboration. Like that's always been, like whether that's in our music or in our business, it's all about making sure things happen. Like we're working on making a rap label with Dumb right now. You know, making sure that he has his legacy beyond just making the music, but you know, being able to, you know, find talent. Like he's actually the one who brought like Keith Ape and Rich Chigga to like the light. You know, like that's the kind of stuff that he does, and we want to make sure that that's something that's emphasized into the future. ISA, that's something that we did with Wong Fu Productions. You know, that was all about building Asian American content, bringing Asian Americans to light, having them do performances when we would try to like sell. You know, J.C. Penney or somebody like that, like, hey, why don't you guys do something with like a bigger Asian American YouTube act? Like these guys are huge, and they'd be like, they're not on Rolling Stone. And then we go and do these ticket sale things, and people run right past us to go and get pictures with those guys. Like that's the kind of stuff that we love to see. I think that it's just really important, and right now is the time. If it's all about striking while the iron is hot, like right now, Asian Americans, the stuff that we're doing, like whether it's getting awards at the Oscars or the Grammys, that kind of stuff, like if we're contributing right now, like maybe it's a snowball effect. Like it's what he was saying about the fact that like if you wait for somebody else to provide it for you, it takes forever. So therefore, for us, everything was out of necessity. Like we have a publishing company built with like all these different people that are music providers and supervisors. And what that does is that allows us to feed like stuff that's at our label and send that over, and maybe we do get a placement on something like The Life of Pets or, you know, Rob in China or something like that. But publishing is something that's needed. If it's about management, like, you know, who manages you better than yourself? So we know more about that kind of stuff, like booking agents. Like before, like a booking agent really wants to pick you up from like, let's say an ICM or a CAA, like, you know, how do you do that? How do you make sure that you know the right information to make sure that the kids don't walk into a performance where they have like one mic and two Casio, you know, speakers, you know, or like, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like these are all things that we've learned and we've experienced that we don't want these kids to have to deal with, you know, or you can just train the promoters to do that right. That way that the next time they book somebody, whether that's in your camp or not, like they do it correctly. Like it's really teaching the community to make sure that this is a flawless and perfect system.
It's like pulling up those, you know, they always say when you're a leader, you should also pull up those that are behind you.
For sure.
When we started ISA too, it was, we had a song on the radio, and Wong Fu had started getting some good attention with their films, and we're like, why is there no other big shows for young Asian talent? So we're like, hey, let's put our balls on the line. Let's invest. Let's rent out a theater, and this is not for profit. Let's just give our community a stage, and let's do it in, for lack of a better term, an Asian hood. You know, somewhere where that's an Asian neighborhood. San Gabriel Valley. There's a ton. Like, these kids don't get to see big shows with people that look just like them. And you got all these different schools. You got you know, in SGV area, you know, Monterey Park, there's just all these Asian kids. Let's give them a show. So, you know, we invested in posters. We got all the acts together, and we threw this show. And that was the start of ISA. And after that, we're like, let's keep doing it. The community wants it. They like seeing people that look just like them on a stage that seems big to them, instead of like a small club or, you know, we wanted it to feel grand. And then after that, we're like, the next platform is YouTube. So maybe we should start putting together some shows and giving people in the community a platform and a channel. And that's kind of where it was. It was to make the community shine. But there was a point when we were working the Far East Movement project where we were very behind the scenes in it, you know, and a lot of the community stuff. We were like 2 we were a split personality team, meaning behind the scenes, we were involved in ISA, a bunch of different community stuff, helping us wherever we can. And artist-wise, we were just some drunk American party guys that are just like you, guy in Arizona, at Tempe, at spring break, just like you, Lady Gaga fan that, you know, we're opening for. And so it was like, how do we approach both? Because, oh, you're not cool if you're like a community guy too, you know? Like, how are you going to be telling me to like get drunk and get crazy when you're all like, you know?
Business,
and so there was definitely, we were like constantly a split identity from the beginning.
All right, so tell me something about you that people don't know.
Something about me that people don't know. You know, one project that we're working on right now that's actually a newer thing, I don't know if it's something about me, but it's something about us, is that, you know, everything has been about like inspiring the youth and growing the youth. And one thing that we're doing right now is also inspiring the people that are doing really well, like the Asian Americans, like in Silicon Valley, or the people in the movie world, because those are the same people who opened up doors for us. Like our first real break was being on the soundtrack for Fast and Furious 3 with Justin Lin. And literally, like we're in a part in the movie where they were talking about like cutting scenes to make the movie shorter, and they should have cut our scene first. You know, it's like this part where they're playing soccer on top of a roof, and it has nothing to do with the story. But he kept it in there because he's looking out for us. So we're trying to create, with some of our friends, we're like trying to create a collective of people that are successful, that are here to help the community and support things. Because there's always like movies and music and albums and different actors and musicals that don't have the support but have great ideas and great inspiration, and they just don't know where to go. But if they know where to go, and I don't know if I should say the name out loud, but if they know where to go.
It's a secret society that's here to help the community.
Yeah, but if they know, you know what I'm saying? But if they know where to go, like that gives you some, like that gives you I mean, of course you can't help everybody, but you're trying your best to do that. So that's like one of our big initiatives for the year, to activate that crowd. Because like think about all those guys in Silicon Valley. These dudes are like in their mid-30s with like $500 million.
Right.
And like and they want to help, they just don't know where to go.
Yep.
Yeah, the Jewish community, the African American community all have that. They rally behind stuff and support it so that it can be at the forefront. And we really want to see, along with our friends in different industries, we want to see the Asian American community do the same.
Yeah. No, I love that. But I still want to know something personal that everybody knows about you. And you're next, Kev.
Thank God we can edit this.
I have something on it.
All right, go ahead. What does everybody know about him?
So, you know, he's like drunk guy, like manly man, vegetarian.
Actually, not a I'm a pescatarian.
Ooh, okay.
So I still have fish, but that's a trip.
Wow.
I totally didn't even think
How
about
long?
I mean, not that a vegetarian has a look, but you just don't look vegetarian.
Well, it's not like it's a forever thing.
True.
It's been like 7 months.
Okay. So how do you feel? 7 months of pescatarianism.
Actually, I got fatter.
Hey, girls say his skin looks good.
Okay, so then what does nobody know about you? No, that was what does everybody know about you?
What does everybody know about me?
His laugh is loud as fuck.
Yeah, it's also true.
You'll be in the airport like, where the fuck is Pro? And you're just, Pro. I was like, oh, there he is. Right? Everybody says that.
I'm very loud.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
What does no one know about you?
I guess I've been married.
Oh wow! You gonna throw that out there?
I was gonna
People ask about that on Facebook all the time.
Yeah, people ask about this.
So this was because you were married?
Well, not officially, but yeah, I was. I don't know. It's here.
Bring it out.
Officially,
yeah,
tattoo, married.
Yeah, I mean, at one point in my life, people ask what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like extremely in love, and it just, you know, though I couldn't afford a ring, and so I got this.
How old
and then,
were you?
I don't know. I was younger.
Yeah,
younger. But yeah, that's what that is.
Wow. Okay, because I was actually gonna ask about that.
Yeah, no one knows. It's the worst conversation starter on a date. You know, it does prove commitment though.
It does.
You know what? Proving commitment. That actually got me to remember something. When we were first starting our really trying to take things seriously, like this fool was in college, and he was acing his test in bio, like acing his class, like top of his class, right? And then like 2 days before his final, we got a hit up from like this girl that he used to intern with over at Arista, like, hey, like, I'm about to be on a plane with Diddy. It was Puff Daddy at the time. So like, do you have any records? Because he was like, we're all trying to tell people we're making music. So we spent the next like 3 days trying to like write records and mix them and record them.
Like,
This
yeah,
fool was
I
like
do.
sitting there like editing everything, like
God.
recording. And this was also during the time of finals. So we were there and he made a conscious decision, top of his class, mind you,
To miss the.
to miss the final and flunk out of class because he wanted to get those records out right. And they were terrible.
Wow. Wow.
They were terrible.
That's a great, but that's a great story. I love the ambition and the determination. That's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate this so much. And I really, seriously, like I want to acknowledge you guys because you guys are kind of doing like what I wish I was doing. I mean, I'm so into supporting the Asian American community, and especially younger creatives, because I'm personally inspired by them, because I feel like if I had those role models when I was younger, like I'm a creative now, but it took me so long to get to this point. So I just think it's amazing that the younger people have these
Well, they
role
look up to
models, and
you.
You guys
I mean,
are.
I met you through Dom and through Yox, and they have nothing but the highest, most respect for you. And so it's an honor to be here with you, and the same thing what you're doing. So this.
LA! I love you! Now you're happy. Woo!